Hello and welcome, my friends. This is Jennifer from Mystic Star. I want to thank you so much for spending time with me today and watching this video. This is going to be a group reading in celebration of Star Wars Day, also known as May the 4th. I don't know about you guys, but I grew up in the late 70s, early 80s, and Star Wars was a very integral part of my growing up. Going to the drive-in movie theater and watching these amazing movies. And the talent of George Lucas, awing and inspiring a generation. And it continues to inspire generations and countless people. The fact that George Lucas was able to relay that conflict of the light and dark within us is amazing. And that's what I want to look at today. I want to focus in on this battle of light and dark, this light self and shadow self. It's a hard battle, and it can be overwhelming and challenging to deal with on an ongoing basis. However, just like in the movies, we have to keep moving forward. We have to take on that challenge head on. Because the shadow or the dark, because that shadow side, that dark side, can really slow us down, and it can really start to make us feel really stuck, and we can start to have physical ailments because of it. We need to raise our vibration and continue this journey. Rather than slowing and bogging down our progression and reducing our happiness and joy in our lives. So this is the spread that I created. It's not a complex spread, but let's be honest, sometimes those simple bare bones spreads bring about the most meaning and the most wisdom. Now, in the description box below, I do have a link to this spread so that you can reference it as you need. The deck I chose for this reading is the Wild Unknown Tarot. I thought it really grasped that black and white aspect and that duality really well. The selections I have for this reading are Picture Stone, Aventurine, and Rose Quartz. I want you to quickly choose which crystal resonates with you at this very moment, and then go down into the description box below, and there will be a timestamp for each crystal. Select the corresponding timestamp, and I will see you there for your reading. Hello and welcome, my Picture Stone friends. This reading is especially for you. Now, like always, I have the full deck of 78 tarot cards here, so you get the fullest and most comprehensive reading for you. Alright, without further ado, I wish I could actually have that Star Wars theme playing in the background. Due to copyright infringement, I can't have that. However, in your mind, start to think about that very dramatic and intense introduction. So we're going to start off with the first question. What message does the light or force have for my Picture Stone friends? The Three of Pentacles. Threes are about expression and growth. That pentacle, growth and abundance. This is the Triforce Perfecta card. I love this card. This card talks about the need for cooperation and working with your support systems. So working with that support system here on Earth, that physical support system. And then, of course, that working with yourself. Working with your higher self and your intuition. And also, again, we've got that battle of that shadow side. And the shadow side isn't so much just your ego. It's about those unknown aspects. Your shadow self is that unconscious mind. Those aspects that are hidden from you, whether it be that you don't want to admit them to yourself, or they're aspects that you're carrying from past lifetimes. So that light and shadow aspect of yourself as well. All of them working together to achieve that amazing outcome. Overcoming those battles, having the tools and those abilities to face that challenge. So let's go to the other side of this. What does the shadow side or dark side of my picture stone friends have to share with them? The Wheel of Fortune, the 10th card in the Major Arcana, and it talks about change and shifting. Now, like I just said, the shadow side or the dark side, it's not about just the fear and the anger that was brought up in the movie. It's much more. It's aspects of yourself that are hidden within you. It's that unconscious mind. We do have this battle where we do need to shift to have more light than that dark, because that dark is what holds us back. Your ego feeds on the fears brought on by the dark side. However, as you worked with your Triforce Perfecta, you're able to shed more light into these darker areas. Some things that are hidden in the dark are actually tools and skills and abilities that we need. Aspects of ourselves that we've been ashamed of because of societal views. Times are shifting. Energies are shifting. It's time to really reevaluate yourself and that shadow side. Things are turning. Not everything in the dark is scary. There are aspects that we need to embrace and bring into the light, bring into this Triforce, so that you can really nurture them and allow them to grow. All right, let's go on to the third question. What battle is my picture stone friends facing? The Lovers, the 6th card in the Major Arcana. That conquest, that need to be liked and loved, that connection to others, that judgment and fear of being rejected. That's our battle. Part of it, we do need that connection. We're social beings. That energy, we crave it. We also crave to give and to share it with others. But another side, it's all tangled up. It feels gooky. Because we have that fear of judgment. What if they don't like me? What if I'm wrong? Those what ifs are what's bogging us down. This battle is very important to us. We've got 2 major arcana. We have shifting capabilities. We really need to use that Triforce to our advantage so that we are able to utilize the Lovers as a positive support. That connection, that communication, that reciprocated affection and emotions. That will help bring us forward. The fear, the anxieties, the scaries are holding us back. It's holding us back from understanding aspects and parts of ourselves that are very meaningful and needed. Not only for ourselves, but for those around us. That is our battle. We may not feel that we had a lot of choice in this. However, it is the battle that we are facing. And it's going to be a battle until we can overcome those worries and fears. And then finally, how can my picture stone friends better understand the battle of light and dark within themselves? The Seven of Wands. Sevens are a challenge number. However, they are usually victorious. Sevens are a lucky number. The Seven of Wands talks about not backing down, not giving in. It is important that we use that courage and determination, that inner flame, to push ourselves forward. I won't lie, this scares the hell out of us. Knowing we have that courage, that determination, those skills and abilities and support systems to overcome those fears brought on by society, by our upbringing, which are really held onto by the devil, our ego. It feeds this fear, because that fear stops you from changing. Grabbing hold of that proverbial wand, lighting it bright, and pushing yourself forward. You have that support and guidance of your physical team, and most importantly, your spiritual team. Working in tandem, you can overcome any challenge, any obstacle and fear that stands in your way. It's really about taking that deep breath, grabbing your lightsaber, and going forward. I want to thank you guys so much for spending time with me today and watching my video. I hope that you found this video fun and helpful, and you're able to gain some insight and direction into how to overcome this shadow or dark side. If you like this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for the latest content. As you can see here, you really never know where I'm going to go next. The best way to stay connected so you don't miss any of this fantastic healing and insight is to subscribe to my channel and hit that little red bell so you don't miss a video. Also, if you enjoyed this video and want to support me in making more, I have a Patreon page with many tiers and lots of perks. In some of the tiers, the perks are private readings and healings with myself. I provided a helpful link below, so why not go check it out? Until tomorrow, my friends, and may the 4th be with you. Hello and welcome, my Aventurine friends. This reading is especially for you. Now, like always, I have the full 78 cards in the tarot deck, so you get the fullest and most comprehensive reading for you. Without further ado, let's see what the cards have to say today. How I would have loved to have the intro to Star Wars playing as we did this reading. However, unfortunately, due to copyright infringements, we can't have that. So in your back of your mind, have that playing as we're going through this reading. So of course, we're going to start off on question 1. What message does the light have for my Aventurine friends? Temperance. The 14th card in the Major Arcana talks about balance and energy flow. And let's be honest, It's super important. Anytime we're starting to do a challenge or anytime we're looking at evolving or taking things head on, we need to have that balanced state. Having one foot on the land and one foot in the water so we get the best of both worlds. Ensuring that our energy flow is moving and shifting with limited problems. When our chakras are flowing well, that gives us that stability and the energy we need to overcome those obstacles. Super important when you're looking at facing off against your shadow or dark side. Now, unlike the movie, the dark side just doesn't mean your fears, that hatred. This is more about your unconscious mind. When you're looking at the shadow self, you're looking at those suppressed ideas, those aspects of yourself that you've hidden within yourself or you don't want to admit to yourself. You're hiding them from yourself and from others. That's the dark side. Those are the dark, shadowy parts we talk about when we look at the Hermit or the Eight of Cups, and we need to go deep within ourselves to find those hidden gems and pieces of yourself. So this is what we're looking at as the battle. That dark, hidden aspect, those pieces that you've pushed down and aren't admitting and working with. So let's go on to question 2. What message does the shadow side or dark side have for my adventuring friends? The Two of Wands. Twos are about duality and choice. Wands about that inner fire, that passion. The Two of Wands talks about choices that we need to make. And there's a lot of them, let's be honest. The one thing that we have within ourselves are a complex maze. Within that maze, there are parts and aspects that we do need on this journey. We need to bring them into the light. We need to nurture, we need to love them, we need to let them grow. There are other parts that we need to let go. We need to release because they're not serving our greater good. They are based in that fear, in that hatred, very much connected to your ego and aren't serving your greater good. Those aspects that don't serve us, we need to release so that we can bring in that higher vibrational energy that washes away that uncertainty and brings in that joy and fulfillment. And most importantly, abundance that we're looking for. So let's go on to question 3. What battle are my adventuring friends going to face? The Six of Swords. Sixes are about harmony and balance. That sword, the truth and knowledge. The battle that you're facing, my adventuring friends, is facing that journey in knowing what to take and knowing what isn't going to serve you at all, and knowing what to release and when to release it. There's a lot of questions. And you've got these swords buried within you that hold the answers. So it really is a tug of war between that high vibrational light sense and that confusion and darkness hidden within ourselves. We have a lot of rainbow. Rainbows bring joy and light. Both of them have good points to them. And both of them have points we struggle with. It's knowing how to come about and face those points we struggle with the most. We need to use that knowledge to help move us forward. We need to tap into our higher self and intuition to gain the guidance on what it is we need to go forward with. Because it's a very individual aspect. What things do we need to release? And when do we need to release them? And how do I release them? Again, those are individual aspects. However, when you slow down, you take that moment for yourself and you reflect in and connect in to your intuition and the support of the higher vibrational beings, your guides, your guardians, you will gain that direction. This battle is not going to be won on a single fight. This is an ongoing tug of war. This is an internal tug of war. And then finally, how can my Aventurine friends better understand the battle of light and dark within themselves? The Emperor, the fourth card in the Major Arcana, talks about that stability, that structure. This internal battle, as it wages on and as you gain more insight and knowledge about who you are, about those skills, about those abilities, about those past lives, the more you awaken, the more you step into your own power, the stronger you were going to feel, and the more you're going to be able to challenge these hidden aspects, the shadow side. The Emperor lends his strength and his stability to this battle. And this battle will take, like I said, quite some time. Again, it's an individual battle, and that war will be won when you do have that alignment and your vibrations are high. And there's little aspects of ourselves that we have that uncertainty. We don't feel ashamed of who we are. We don't have that uncertainty as to who we are or our gifts and abilities. We don't have that shame of what it is we believe, what it is we feel, that life of authenticity. I want to thank you for spending time with me today and watching this video. I hope that you found it fun and helpful, and that you were able to gain some insight and direction into this internal battle you're having. If you like this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for the latest content. As you can see here, you never know where I'm going to go next, and the best way to stay connected so you don't miss any of this amazing insight and healing is to subscribe to my channel and hit that little red bell so you don't miss a video. Also, if you enjoyed this video and want to support me in making more, I have a Patreon page. I have a Patreon page with many tiers and lots of perks. In some of the tiers, the perks are private readings and healings with myself. I provided a helpful link below, so why not go check it out? Until tomorrow, my friends, and may the 4th be with you. Hello and welcome, my rose quartz friends. This reading is especially for you. Now, like always, I have the full 78 cards here, so you have the full deck, so you have the most comprehensive and full reading for you. Alright, without further ado, let's see what the cards have to say. I would have loved to be able to get the Star Wars theme as a background for this reading. However, with copyright infringements, we can't do that. So, as you're doing this reading, have that playing in the back of your head. Alright, we're going to start off on question 1. What message does the light or the force have for my rose quartz friends? The Two of Wands. Twos are about duality and choice. that wand, that inner passion, that flame, that fire, your courage, your determination. When you tap in to that high vibrational energy, it really ignites that passion, really giving energy to your courage and your determination. We do have a lot of choices. That's why we have free will. We have the ability to make those hard calls, to determine what's in our best interest and for our greater good. Let's be honest, having our intuition as a guide, with the support of our guardians, our guides, and those higher vibrational beings to support and help us through some of these challenging aspects, some of these choices that we have to make. That guidance is essential because we have that battle waging within ourselves. The dark side. Now, this dark side isn't like in the movies where it's solely that hatred and that fear. The dark side, or shadow self, we're looking at that unconscious mind. Those aspects and pieces of yourself that you don't want to admit to you or those around you. You push them deep within you. There's also different ideas and skills and abilities that you've suppressed, whether it be in this lifetime or suppressed from other lifetimes. There is a lot hidden within that shadow or dark side that we need to bring into the light and question. Is it for our greater good, and do we need it, or do we need to release it? So let's go on to question 2. What message does the shadow side or dark side have for my rose quartz friends? The Son of Swords, also known as the Knight of Swords, that adolescent no fear energy. We're dealing with the suit of truth and knowledge. Your shadow side has a lot of aspects that are going to help move you forward. Knowledge, skills, abilities. Like I said, we have to be able to tap into our courage, whether that be on the light side or the shadow side or dark side, to access and evaluate that information. Your dark side is holding a vast amount of information that would help you overcome external challenges and obstacles. That's why in different readings we get the Hermit, we get the Eight of Cups, that need to go inward, that need to understand ourselves on a greater and grander scale. This is what this battle looks like. We have our preconceived notions, we have this amazing skill set, and we're challenging ourselves. We're fighting our ego and our unconscious mind at the same time. Think of it as fighting the Emperor and Darth Vader at the same time. Very challenging, can feel overwhelming. So let's look at this battle. What battle are my rose quartz friends to face? Strength. I know it says 9 in my tarot reading. It's always the 8th card in the major arcana. It speaks about that inner power, those skills and abilities. Tapping into them and doing things in your own way. Those preconceived notions, those societal norms may not be how you're going to approach things, especially when you're battling that dark side. We have an amazing skill set. We have the ability to tap into that infinite energy and knowledge of the universe. We need to be able to start doing things in our own fashion, using that skill set, those abilities, those talents, making them your own, and doing things your way that makes sense to you, so you find that fulfillment and you gain a deeper understanding of what's happening. Because this battle is two-sided. Your shadow self also has access to skills, abilities, and talents that you're not aware of. Tapping in to that universal knowledge and to those higher vibrational beings will help you to understand some of the skill sets that you have repressed within yourself. Like I said, some of them are going to be needed. Others we can release. We're holding on to them because of fear and doubt. We're going to end off on the final question: how can my rose quartz friends better understand the battle of light and dark within themselves? Sorry. The Devil. It's the 15th card in the Major Arcana, and it talks about those vices, those values, those core beliefs, those addictions that the ego has over us. I just said that we need to release the things that are based on the fear and doubt. There, my friends, is your fear, your doubt, your ego holding you back. Now, it sounds easier than what it is, because your ego, or the devil, makes things feel stable. There's a false stability in this shadow side, in what the ego is holding over you, that noose it has around your neck. Anytime you start to battle and work on that shadow self or the darker side, your ego starts to flare up and starts to go into that fear and starts to really reinforce, whether it be negative or positively, those coping mechanisms, those core values. So it does take a lot of the courage and determination to overthrow the devil, to overthrow those fears, those doubts, those limiting beliefs about self, limiting beliefs about your ability, those value sets that have been passed down for generation to generation that no longer make sense and that no longer serves a positive purpose. It's not for your greater good, and it's really slowing that progress and limiting your ability to tap in to skills, abilities, talents, resources that are hidden within you that would make obstacles on that physical realm a lot less challenging. These obstacles that we're facing in everyday life, we would be able to face and overcome them with greater ease when we truly understand our whole self, living that life of authenticity without fear and doubt and shame of who we are. I want to thank you so much for spending time with me today and watching this video. I hope that you found this video fun and helpful, and that you're able to gain some insight and direction into what this battle of light and dark looks like for you. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for the latest content. As you can see here, you really never know where I'm going to go next. And the best way to stay connected so you don't miss any of this amazing healing and insight is to subscribe to my channel and hit that little red bell so you don't miss a video. Also, if you enjoyed this video and want to support me in making more, I have a Patreon page with many tiers and lots of perks. In some of the tiers, the perks are private readings and healings with myself. I provided a helpful link below, so why not go check it out? Until tomorrow, my friends, and may the 4th be with you.